Hello there, this is Planet Chaos here with another video game. This is South Park, which I managed to get running on my PlayStation 1, which was a challenge. I won't be playing the cutscenes because, to be honest, they look awful. As you can see from some of the fantastic textures you're actually looking at the moment. Like some of them, that one's disappearing. Look at that. Yeah, but this is South Park on the PlayStation, which originally came out in 2000, and it was on 64 and I believe Windows PC. And essentially, the objective of the game is it's like a, I guess you could say, a Doom clone, except it's terrible. South Park's a very popular license even to this day. I believe I'm playing as Stan. I'm not a particularly hardcore South Park fan. I haven't really watched South Park in, I don't know, maybe a decade? I see the odd bit every now and then, but it's, you know, kind of my age group when it started, about 99, so that's not too bad. I guess I just kind of grew out of the phase, I suppose. I suppose it's a particular humour, South Park, a lot of the time. But, you know, it's not a particularly good game, to be honest. That might sound a bit unfair, but, well, you can see it for yourself to decide. But I thought I'd try it out and play for a little bit of it, at least, because, you know, there are worse games out there. Only just, but there are worse games. Let's go around the back of the yard and see what's around here. God, it's just blocks, texture-wise, it's just amazingly how blocky this is. There's some standout titles on the original PlayStation, it just isn't one of them. I'm being attacked, what the hell? So basically, the objective of the game, from what I understand and from what I remember, is just to basically oh, the controls, man, they're horrible. Basically, is to shoot stuff. Basically, now the controls are square throws your snowball, which I believe you can also P and change it if you really want. You can jump with X. Triangle doesn't do anything. You can stray from side to side with the L1 and the R1 buttons. And if you want to go aim up and down, you press L2 to go down and R2 to go up. Now, that's not actually a bad control system. Well, it wasn't a bad control system at the time when it came out. It's a little bit... yeah, it's a little bit in the past now, to be honest. God, they've put in a lot of effort with the bugger, my bad. With the graphic, well, with the actual town itself, but it's just the textures just look so choppy. I mean, I did say that about GoldenEye before. I thought, you know, it's very muddy and dark, but you know, that was really a very decent shooter. You know, it had a lot going for it. This is essentially just a tie-in game from what I understand of it. There's another chicken here somewhere, is it? Hello. Yeah, it's not... oh, and you can change your snowball so you can pee on them if you want, which makes them more powerful. Which, as any South Park fan will know, is a trait of South Park, I suppose. Oh god, there's loads of them. This is a game I originally played about 2000, and I don't know, there's not really that much you can say about it, really. It's just a very, you know, this is at a time when licenses were just, if it was a licensed game or a game based on a movie, it was always oh my god. It's kind of best to be avoided, to be honest, because it's not very good. I wouldn't say it's a challenging game by any stretch of the imagination. But you know, we were kind of limited to what you could actually play in those days. Hello. Got some speed up. Oh, thank God, because you move like a slug on this game. The directional pad moves you. The analogs. Oh, they can move you. So you can use the analogs if you want, which feels a little bit more natural. But wow, is this? You know, it just, I don't know, it just looks like a big, I don't know how to describe this game, it's just so bizarre. Oh, what's that? Someone's attacking me. I can hear turkeys, oh there they are. Go on up it, you twat, go and get have it. Go and get lost. If anyone's ever played any of these games, do let me know, because I believe there was another one as well called it was something to do with the chef character. I don't really know a great deal about South Park, but I do know the newest South Park game was, oh yeah, they're on the radar. That certainly helps. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. The Stick of Truth was apparently actually, I do appear to be stuck. It was actually very, very good apparently. It was a very good RPG game apparently. Which I might check out sometime on Steam or something, you know. Wait for those good old Steam sales and stuff. But this is, well, as I've said, I'm not trying to be too harsh with this game, but it's where the hell am I going? What the hell? Okay. This game is it's difficult to really describe. Let's just put the South Park as a show. It's pretty decent, and it deserves more than this. To be honest, this is pretty appalling. This is so basic. I think it's literally, from what I've seen of the previews. Oh god! Oh god! This game, it's just basically this. It's just, look on the radar, you fool. Who's hitting me? I can see now why there hasn't been that many South Park games, because this ain't particular. Whatever I picked up. Oh, dodgeballs. Oh, that's kind of cool. I can see why they haven't done many South Park games, because this is pretty appalling. How do you change your weapon? Okay, cheesy puss. Gives me some health back. God, this game is so it's so choppy. And it, honestly, it moves at about, I don't know, I'm going to have a guess here, maybe 15 frames a second. It's not really that smooth. Telling me to go this way. I mean, there's nothing really to see. It's a very bland and sort of. It's got a great deal of colour, I'll give it that, but it's just so bland. There's really not a lot. Okay. Apparently, GameSpot gave this game 1 out of 10. There's an error there, you dumbass. Gave this game something like 1.1 out of 10 or 1.4 out of 10, something crazy like that. I can see why, to be honest. It's not. I mean, this. I'm not going to brag on this too much, but this is, this is bad for PlayStation. This really is not a particularly well-made game. I'm afraid it's just appalling. I can understand, obviously, as a kid you don't really, you don't necessarily, you can't always be picky with your games, You had birthdays and Christmases maybe to get new games and stuff, as a child you don't have a great deal of money, so unless you're super mega rich, you had to wait till Christmases and stuff like that, or birthdays, or just after Christmas and stuff, you know? I'm not sure what the hell this... What is that? Anyhow, it's... oh my god. Oh, door open. Oh. Yeah, I'd like to apologise for that. It actually appears that I have a... another faulty controller, which is fantastic. As long as I don't move the controller too much, you know. Oh, you bastard. Excuse my language. Yeah, it's... I'm sure people have played this and just totally forgot about it because it's so unremarkable. It's just very sort of bland. I mean, I don't think I've seen the... Oh, seriously? The layout of this game as well is very, there's just not a lot going on with it. I'm trying to be entertaining as I can, but there's just so little to really like about this. Now, the South Park license itself is pretty decent. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it these days. I used to be when I was growing, you know, teenager and stuff. But like, it's just very, I guess by the numbers. Where do I go now? Oh yeah, there is an arrow system pointing me, but to be quite honest, it's not particularly accurate in terms of telling me where to go. I think I'm going to get a new controller for this as well. Anyhow, it's... if anyone can point me in the right direction on Google Maps, please do. Right, okay, we're heading... north? Right now. This game is awful. God. I don't know where the fuck to go. I'm sorry, my bad. Right, you're telling me to go that way. There isn't anything this way. I don't actually know the company that made this game, but I do wonder if they were a particularly big company, if they'd actually made games before, because this is, it's interesting, because I know, you know, most companies now, they do Q&A testing and stuff to make sure the game is actually, you know, decent. I'm not sure if Q&A went anywhere near this, because, again, I'm sorry, I've got to stop hating on the game, ragging on it a bit too much. It's just very, I don't know, I can't even tell where I'm supposed to be going. Right, I went through this door here, and it's a dead end here. No, it's not. No, it's not a dead end. It is a dead end, yeah, it's a dead end, it's a dead end, you fool. Oh, you could have told me that. There's no indication that door. Alright, it's a different colour. Got a different colour, fair enough. But everything is so bright and bland. I believe you do get other weapons in this game later on. But I don't know if I'm going to play through much of this, to be honest. 'Cause I'm already getting kind of bored of this, and I suspect anyone that's watching this probably is as well. I don't like to rag on old games, because I mean, I like old games generally. It's just this is very unremarkable. There's just not a lot to say about it. The enemies on this bugger. They don't move. They move. They don't do anything else. They just attack you in the same sort of way. Oh, that's level 1 completed anyway. And you might be about to see a really atrocious cutscene. I'm actually saving it. Wow. Anyhow, that was level 1. If you've got the heart to stick around for level 2, please do.
Oh man, now I've got to find the others. I'm so mad at you guys.
And this is level 2, which actually looks a bit more colourful than level 1.
Hey, over here!
Somebody is shot. Oh, hang on a minute, is that?
Hey, over here! Where have you been, dumbass?
This level looks a little bit, well, at least it's not bright white, I suppose. That certainly helps. What can I say about the actual... Well, we've gone over the graphics, you know, it's pretty terrible. It's got all the proper, you know, the real actual voices and stuff from South Park, which, you know, gives it a couple of plus points, definitely, you know. At least they made the effort to get the actual voice actors and stuff. That's definitely shows there's a lot of some care and attention has gone into the voice and stuff. It's just a shame the end product is as shoddy as it actually is. It's not. You follow the directions on this, but I don't know. It's just. We'll just follow the directions because otherwise I'm going to get lost. Given the fact that it's well, you can go through there, I'll go there. It's just pretty bland. In fact, I'll go through the first. There must be some special ability. So go away, you are boring me. Anyway, we'll go into this little tunnel and see what's down here. Looks like someone's thrown up in it. It's horrible. Whoa, look at it. Okay, most pointless tunnel ever. Yeah, as I was saying, the AI on this just doesn't do anything different. It attacks you in the same way. So there really isn't a great deal of challenge to it. How do you access these things? Bugger off. Controls. Leave me alone. I'm a vegetarian. If I'd paid my good hard-earned money for this game, I would not be impressed. Oh, that's how you change different weapons. Gotcha. Yeah. That's kind of cool. If you can imagine playing this though head-to-head with your friends, I suppose it's... I suppose in the day it would have been sort of fine, but I mean, wow, it's just... Someone please suggest something positive for this oh, you bugger, for me to talk about, because this is just amazing that this was released. Okay. Looks like it. Oh, look at that. Look how shaky it is when you move about and stuff. It's very, very easy as well. There's apologies again. It's just not really very difficult, to be honest. We'll find something. It'll be something that will get me. Gotcha. So. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Bit of physics there for you. So. What the? Would you bugger off? You're irritating. You're not a challenge. You're just irritating. As much as I like old games, this just sort of at least make me appreciate where things have gone today, because it's really not all bad. This in particular is pretty bad, but you know, where the hell do I? Okay then, go that way. It's like, I don't know, it's like the arrows help, I suppose, but it's like the developers couldn't be asked to actually inform me about where to go and stuff. A giant chicken. Looks like I've bumped into a mini boss or something. We'll call it a mini boss. Where'd it go? Where'd the big ass chicken go? Oh, how the hell did I get down here? Okay, I must have killed it. So bland. Oh, the door's open, so that must be level 3. God, this game is so unremarkable. There's just nothing about it that's fun or interesting. As I said before, I can't imagine this was quality tested by anybody. It can't have been. Because this is bad. This must be the boss. I'm making an assumption here. Okay. It did something. I don't know why. Or what it did. That makes no sense. Why or what. Anyhow, sorry, I'm probably boring people ragged at this point. Yeah, this is South Park. It's, as I've already said, there's not a lot to say. I wish something exciting would happen, something different. Except for that. Look when you move, look how choppy it is when you move and stuff. That's what amazes me about it, it's just so choppy. Look at that shaking, the shuttiness. This is the one thing kids today, you know, we get bad games even today, but I can't imagine that they'd let you trade this in a game or something. It amazed me if you could. I'd be quite curious to see what other people think of this, because when I first played it, I didn't really hate it. You know, it's South Park. I thought, oh, it'll be a good laugh, but this is not. You know, this might have the South Park license, but it really doesn't have anything else really going for it. These controls are atrocious. I'm not gonna, you know, rant on it too much more. There's not really much more to say about it. It's just very. I mean, look at this now. God, AI in this game is so predictable. I know it's supposed to be Canada, but you just look at it, it's like, oh, it's just like you got 1, 2, maybe 3 colours. If you, oh, sorry, 4 colours. If you exclude the main character I'm playing as, his hand and the snowballs, you've got 4 colours on the screen, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's amazing. I do apologise about this, guys. Oh no, my controller's freaking out. Oh my god, what the hell is that? A giant bloody turkey. Piss off. Go on up it. Twat. Oh, excuse my language, sorry. It's really getting on in that. Bugger off. Blow someone else. If this crashes, by the way, that'll be pretty funny. Well, it won't be, but it'll be pretty funny. I can't believe I saved this on my PlayStation memory card that still works, and I saved this game earlier on. I did just upload GoldenEye, so hopefully people enjoy that. It's a very short part 4 video. But I'm enjoying GoldenEye. That's the kind of game where you enjoy playing it. If you enjoy playing it, it really makes more sense than this. The only reason I tried this was because I was kind of curious. I found it in the back, buried. How's that shit? And I thought, why not give it a try? South Park's usually a good laugh. But this is just atrocious. And yet I'm still playing it. Wow, that's some amazing AI, that is. Text is very difficult to see as well. As I said, I've tried adjusting my contrast, my ratio, contrast, brightness, how warm the colours are as such. This is pretty much the best I can get. It's remarkable that it actually still runs, because I've noticed a lot of the PlayStation 1 games that the actual console itself have the lens just seems to have given up the ghost a bit, which is a shame. But being honest about it, I don't really turn this system on very much anymore. I play it now and then, you know, and mainly for the channel. Oh my god, there's another one off. I cried out. Would you bugger off? Bore somebody else? Some of the worst enemies I've ever seen. This is a joke. Oh god, I'm gonna kill you. Up it, you complete twat. This is such a poor clone of Doom. This is so poor. I should call this the something else. God knows what. There was something. Where was it? Let's follow the sign. Maybe we can get out of here. I'm going to read up on this and see what the actual scores for this game were, because if they were anything over 4 out of 10, I would be really, really shocked, because I just couldn't imagine this game getting a high score. Oh my god, would you... PISS OFF. Someone must have tested this before they released it and thought, yeah, this is alright. Kids will enjoy playing through this. not... This is one of the most... Oh, bloody... Oh, God! Quite repetitive, the voice acting as well, in a way. It doesn't really say anything different, just repeats kind of the same... Oh, God! Just stop it! What are these things? Bloody... God knows, hippies! I'm gonna die, aren't I? Just saying how easy this game is, and I'm gonna die. Okay, alright, we go around here. Yep, around here we go. Okay. Right, it's just to go that way. Get a bowling ball a minute. Looks worse than my Channel 5 reception from the 90s. Look at the state of that. Sorry, by the way, Channel 5 was notoriously difficult to get a decent reception on in the late 90s. Well, it was for me anyway. We had the tendency to just literally stand there with the TV aerial and try and get a good picture. This coming from the, ironically, Channel 5 was notoriously known for the well, for me it was the channel that had movie premieres from like 1970 or something. It's a much better channel now, obviously, but oh, look at that. Oh, for crying out. Look, you're not a good enemy, you're crap, alright? You are crap, okay? If you don't kill me, the controls most probably will. Anyhow, I'm try and get to the end of the levels. Oh my God, a different colour, a different. Are you kidding me? Really? Okay, I get it. I get what you gotta do, but I'm kind of. Well, it's gonna be fast, isn't it? The PlayStation is a good system, it's a decent gaming system, but this, apologies, this is atrocious. Look at the textures, I know early PlayStation games were like that, but I mean, maybe it's just me, I just don't remember them looking this bad. Okay, as I said before, it's merits. It is South Park. That's the one good thing it has going for it. But unless you're really nostalgic, I would avoid this game because in my opinion, anyhow, there's nothing that warrants playing this. It's just not. It's barely a game. It's just very. It's just very bland. If this was food, it'd be the equivalent of just eating bread on its own.
Cheesy.
I guess you forget how... Is that the exit? That's the exit! Hooray! Just want to check out on here if there's anything... This is level 2, and I've seen nothing different from level 1 except for different layouts and one new colour. So, anyhow, thank you for listening. If you hung on to listening, I'm not quite sure I would, but that's just me. Yeah, I am quite self-deprecating sometimes. So, anyhow, thank you, and don't play this game for my sake. Goodbye.